Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for the invitation of me. Paula Hidalgo Sanchis, and I work as manager for Pulse Lab Kampala. Here with me are two colleagues. I don't know if you can see them behind me. So this is Crystal Coelho, who is the partnership coordinator at the lab, and Steven Kasumba, who is an intern in the lab, and he's working on one of the projects that I'm going to share with you. What is Pulse Lab Kampala, and why are we here today in this conference with you? Pulse Lab Kampala is the third lab of a network of labs. The first one was established in New York, the second one in Jakarta in Indonesia, and the third one here in Kampala. It's an initiative of the UN Secretary General and UN agencies. The lab in Kampala is set up as a regional hub, so we work not only in Uganda, but we also work in other countries in the region. And today what I'm going to do is to share very briefly with you, so that hopefully we have some time for interaction and questions and answers and discussion. So what I'm going to show to you is some examples of the work that we are doing on data innovation, and how we are trying to support sustainable development with these data innovation projects. A data revolution is underway in Africa and in Uganda. As in the rest of the world, this data revolution is advancing rapidly, and we need a new mindset to understand this data revolution. We can only see the signs of the data revolution if we look at data differently, if we look at data in innovative ways. This, what you see in the screen, is how we explain the data revolution. The image on the left shows a static picture of reality. When we do analysis, assessments, surveys, or studies, to understand reality, normally we approach it in a static way. The image on the right shows you how we can look and understand reality in a dynamic way. We look at it and we analyze things as they happen. Digital devices that are part of our daily life are generating constantly digital footprints. These digital footprints are like the magical footprints of the fairy tales that can only be seen if we look at them with different eyes, if we look at them with innovative eyes. When we call a relative on the mobile phone, when we do a search on the internet, or when we Google something about our favorite sport, when we pay an electricity bill with mobile money, we are generating digital footprints. In Africa, there are around 300 million users of internet in 2014, with a 25% penetration rate. Internet is expected to grow exponentially because of the use of mobile phones. Innovative technologies to harness new data has been developed by academia, mainly, and the private sector. A large scale of pilots, prototypes, and proof of concepts have been completed in Africa to illustrate the potential of these new methodologies and technologies to do data innovation. Measures to promote the large-scale deployment of these innovations are needed now, and this is what we are trying to do with the Pulse Lab Kampala. The potential of big data, which is how we call massive data sets that come from satellite imagery, social media, online commercial transactions, cell phone records, etc., has generated a lot of discussion these days. We are going to show you some examples of how we are tapping into this data revolution to support development. Let me show you an example of human mobility to explain you how this data revolution is helping us to understand reality in different ways. This is an exercise we conducted in partnership with a startup company that works in Uganda and is selling GPS devices for boda bodas. The visualization that you see shows the movement of the bodabodas in one day in Kampala. The different colors that you can see shows the variations in speed. Like in orange is acceleration and yellow is braking. This type of analysis can give a lot of insights for urban planning and for traffic planning, etc. So this is just to show you how this new data, how we can see and analyze reality with this new data in very different ways. Let me show you now another example. Oh, you can't hardly see that one because of the light, but I will explain you. We are working with Ministry of Health and with WHO and developing partners to strengthen the response to diseases outbreaks, especially for infectious diseases. What you see hardly in the left side is an
behind, I think it is.
Well, we're not that many, but it's sharp. So what you see in the left side, you hardly see it, but you can imagine it a little bit, is how the measles infection spread in Uganda over a calendar year. So what you see in red is the hotspots of the disease, and on top you see something running. Those are the calendar days. So this is an analysis on how an infectious disease, in this case measles, spread in the country throughout the calendar year. On the right side, what you can see is an analysis of human mobility throughout the same calendar year. This type of exercise we have started to work with the Ministry of Health to find correlations between the spread of infectious diseases and other things, other factors, in this case human mobility. Human mobility, in this case, what you see is movement out of Kampala. But we can do the same type of exercise of movement out of the hotspots of the disease. There were a lot of exercises methodology developed when the Ebola happened, so you might have heard or read some articles in the newspapers about the use of CDRs, coordinated records from mobile companies, to support the response to the Ebola. We are now here in coastal Kampala using the same methodologies and the same type of data. The difference is that in this case it's the Ministry of Health that is leading this exercise. So it's the end user of the analysis, the one that is leading the analysis. And continuing with this, I can't see this one, that's very well. Okay. Continuing with this collaboration, we were part of the National Task Force to respond to the typhoid outbreak, along with other developing partners. And what you can see here, that you can imagine, because I'm going to explain you, is the exercise we did to support the response. In this case, the data was captured at the treatment centers for the disease. And Ministry of Health is very strong, very good in collecting this type of data. But given the complex nature of the data, standard mapping and regular methods of display provided a limited view on the progression of the epidemic and influence of risk factors. So what we did is apply data science to do the mapping. So this is, I call it, is where the GIS is going. You know, the GIS is going in this direction. So data science is really bringing new dimensions to GIS. So what we did was to analyze the data that was collected by the Ministry of Health to really identify the hotspots at the lowest level possible. So then the response was easier. On the right side, you hardly see it, but we were also doing correlation with human mobility from these hotspots to understand where the disease was going. Let me tell you about something different now, about some exercises that we are doing with satellite imagery. And Stephen is working on the exercise that I'm going to present now. So if you have questions, please talk to him when we finish the presentation. Satellite imagery has been used for long to understand better what happens in the surface of the Earth. Now, with software, we can also count things that happen in the surface of the Earth. In this case, I'm going to present you an exercise that we are doing in partnership with development partners and with the government to understand changes in the household economy and development in areas through a proxy indicator. In this case, the proxy indicator is the change from the thatched roof to the metal roof. We know that in Uganda, especially in the northern part of Uganda, as in many other African countries, and also in other continents, when the household economy improves, the family invests in the household. So one of the first investments is changing the thatched roof to a metal roof. This is a proxy indicator, and there are many studies that prove that this is a proxy indicator of poverty in Uganda. So what we are doing is to teach the software to count metal roofs for us. What you see here is how, in the photo, we see the thatched roof of the metal roof and how it looks in the satellite imagery. What you see here is what we are doing. On the left side, you see an image in Gulu district from 2012. Highlighted in yellow are the metal roofs that were present in that area. On the right side, you see the same piece of land, and you see in red the increased number of metal roofs. Of course, this might have some biases that we are considering in terms of what metal roof belongs to a household or which one belongs to a warehouse. Is it new? Is it a new settlement, or is it a real transformation from the household to the same family? We are considering all that, but we still think that at a country level, this can give us a really nice estimation of poverty trends or economic growth trends. This data that we are using is from Google Maps, and what we are doing, this is the data that a student has been collaborating in the lab, is to manually identify these features, in this case it's the metal roof, and then we are going to transform it into an automatic process with Python, with the software Python. I'm going to show you now another example of the work that we are doing in satellite imagery and data science for development. Environment. We've been using, again for a long time, satellite imagery and GIS to understand what happens with the environment. In this slide, you can see the forest boundary of an area in 2010 and 2014. So all the red area is deforestation area. If we look at satellite imagery, we can understand this is happening. But then this, we can do it at a much larger scale with data science. And this is an example. On the left side, you see a map of Uganda with the vegetation index strength. This is how we normally would work with satellite imagery. On the right side, you see the evolution of the vegetation index throughout the calendar year in Uganda. You see the changes, and you see on top you have the days of the calendar year run. So it really, data science really gives us a new dimension on how to use satellite imagery. How are we applying this for development? Right. It's too wide. I'm going to give you the website. This is a web-based tool and it's accessible to the website. So I will just give you the website so you can go into it. This is a tool that we have just developed. This is a Paula project that we are implementing with Zimbabwe. And the project is really about building a tool to make accessible all these tons and tons of satellite imagery and GIS resources that are available, mainly for free online, to make them available for policy making. So in the case of Zimbabwe, we developed this tool to support the definition of the national biodiversity plans. Many countries in Africa are right now developing these national biodiversity plans to regulate the use of the territory to protect biodiversity. So we have created this tool really to make accessible tons and tons and tons of data in a very user-friendly way. And again, this data science uses this chance. I will give you the website because it's a pity you cannot see it, but it's, as I'm saying, it's available and accessible. Or if you visit our website, you can also have Kampala, but I will give you this because this is very, very much of the conference, or the topic of the conference. And the software we used for this was cartographic software. How we work in Kampala, and then I will let my please say something as a standard presentation. We work with everybody, everywhere in the world, and we are very flexible in working with people. We are working with universities. We have a long and a strong collaboration with Makerere University and the Department of Computing Sciences. But we are also working with other universities around the world. The exercise on the roof counting, for example, is we are working with a university in Edinburgh. We are really with tons of universities around the world. We are also working with private sector. Here are some of the names of the private sector companies that we are working with. We are working with different governments, and of course with the government of Uganda, which is our main objective being here to support the government of Uganda. So please going to tell you something more about our partners.
Thank you so much. So as my colleague Paula mentioned, we work with several partners, and our approach to all our work is very collaborative. So we do not seek to recreate the wheel. There might be those of you who have done research on some of these issues, or you have types of data that you think are interesting. We are very eager to have you work with us. So please come to the lab, reach out to us, email us. We are open to internship opportunities, or research fellows, or research collaborations. There's always something interesting that can be investigated to see how can we leverage these new types of digital data in collaboration with these GIS techniques to solve real-life problems. And so these are some of the partners we work with, but you could be added to this list. And so my desire is just to invite you to collaborate with us. We will have some materials to share with just a brief on our work and the different things that we've done. And our website address will be there, so you can visit and see some of the work that Paula was talking about. Thank you so much.
I'd like to invite some 2-3 questions. So this is the opportunity to hear from them, so that yes, we can get some clarification and see how can you address. So let's say the other ideas that you might have. Who is taking the honor of asking the first question today?
Presenters, unfortunately in the middle of the presentation, but I noted that we are being collecting data from treatment centers about diseases. So I didn't capture very well what level are those treatment centers. Are they like level 1, level 2 health facilities? And what percentage of patients do they represent? Then secondly, you mentioned something about households for the work that you are doing in the Guru and Northern Uganda. How do you define households, especially in the Northern Uganda region?
I would like to know from the map you showed us on the area deforestation, did you go further than just playing the map into analyzing how much area was deforested? How long did it take? I mean, what you showed us is simply a map, but did you go further into the analysis and tell us using that data how helpful was it?
Thank you, presenters. Mine is about the application that is used to get those maps. Are they applications that you have developed, or like the digitizing? Is it done separately from data collection, or you're using your own applications to generate the maps? Thank you. presentation, I'm much more interested in the data you pick, because the impression I got is that we provide you with data, you analyze it in your work, and you're able to come up with that map. Don't you have a challenge that I can give you some data to find you can't get sense out of it? Thank you.
Okay, any other question before we ask? Have to answer those? Okay. There you go.
Thank you. I'm going to try to respond to all. The first one is the health data, but I would say just in general data. At the lab, we don't collect any data, okay? We don't store data. We just analyze somebody else's data. We always do it like this. And the data that we select and that we analyze, it depends on the use of that data. We are really service-oriented. So when a user comes to us, this can be a department in the government or a UN agency and tell us, okay, can you do a project that gives me answers from data that I cannot get in another way, then we start working. But we don't collect any data and we don't store any data. It's really, we analyze it and we do that. Yes, that's a principle that I didn't explain. So in the case of the typhoid exercise that we did, it was the Ministry of Health data. So it's the data that they are collecting, and I understand that they are collecting it at all levels. We were mentioning level 1 and level 2 of treatment centers. They are collecting it at all levels. So it's the regular collected data. That data might have biases, as you were mentioning, for example, you were saying, yeah, is that all the cases reported? Is that all the cases that exist, or only the cases reported? It will be only the cases reported. So we understand, and Ministry of Health is aware of that, the bias of that data that we have to correct within the analysis. Then in terms of the households, we don't define households. We are part of the UN system, so the definition of the households that we use is the one that has been established by the UN. So we don't have our own approach to definition, and on that we are different to our research group at our university. We are not defining new concepts, and this is about big data. On big data we are, but in social and development issues we are not developing any new idea or any new concept. We are just taking what the UN and governments have been doing for long, so we are not inventing anything different on that. The question on, but I'm happy to continue talking with you about it if you want later. On the deforestation question, what I showed you was just an example. It was not an exercise. It's something that we prepared for this presentation, just to explain how we can look at satellite imagery in a static way, and it can tell us a lot of things. So we were just comparing the border of the forest into different years to show this is a use of satellite imagery. So it's not part of any exercise. It was just to explain that we can have a more dynamic way of looking at it, especially incorporating the time factor. This is a new dimension of the eyes, I call it the time factor. In the tool for Zimbabwe that I mentioned, that I invited to visit, and we will put the address so you can go and visit, you will see, for example, that there is an analysis on deforestation over the last 10 years. So you can click and you can see how deforestation gain, forest gain and forest loss over a sequence of 10 years in the country. You can see that with the time slider, okay? So that's the type of tool that we are building, and includes this new dimension that is the time ETI associated. There was a question about software applications. Normally, we are, as a principle, we are always trying to use open software. So as much as possible, we are using open source software. So in the case of GIS, for example, in this biodiversity tool for Zimbabwe, we use the Carto-DB. In terms of language for programming, we are mainly using Python language. Okay. I'm sure that the guest can tell you much more, because I'm not a software developer myself, I'm a geographer. So I'm sure the student can tell us much more about how it's done, the software development process, you know,
Hi, I'm Stephen.
So with the development of the application, we use Python language, and we create an application. We created an application which is a prototype, and it's currently right now you give it a specific part of the country where you want to maybe download tiles or analysis and satellite imagery. So it gets the coordinates and downloads the tiles. We use beam satellite tiles. Then we analyze them. We train an algorithm that can help identify the household, though it's not really perfect, still needs some more training. So after analyzing the information, the tiles, we get the output, create a map showing how many maybe houses have been analyzed in that place. We usually identify like thatched houses or metro roof houses. That's basically what it does.
And on the last question on the data, as I was briefly saying at the beginning, the data that we use, it depends on the use of the tool. Normally we are really building prototypes and tools for users. We are not the end users of these tools. We are not doing biodiversity planning in Zimbabwe or monitoring of poverty in northern Uganda. It depends really on the users. We are really service-oriented and we have a laboratory setting. That means that we do a lot of experimentation also, you know? So sometimes it's private sector data. In the case of the records, for example, it's private sector data. In other cases, it's supermarkets data. It's data that is owned by private sector. In other cases, it's data that is being collected by the government. In other cases, it's data that is being collected by civil society conducting mobile surveys over years in a country. In another case, it can be a research group at university that is already doing an exercise, having collecting data, and is bringing the data back. So it's really a combination of many different types of data, and it depends always on the use of the tool that is going to be produced.
Thank you very much. Any last question before we go to the next presenter? Mine is just very simple. Who was interested in the information about the border borders?
I'm sure you are. People love that one. Everybody is like, it's hilarious because we have much more complex things now, but people just love that one, you know? In that case, it was the owner of the data that came to us and said, hey, can you do something with my data? Can you help me to understand my data better? You know? Can you show me what you can do with my data? So it was more on the technical side and play with the data to see how far you can go with GPS data, you know, in terms of showing human mobility. And it worked out well because everybody loves it.
Yeah, thank you very much. You can be sure that we shall be more in touch. At the department, we have already seen many avenues for collaboration. So why don't we give Paula the round